Hey people, Intrad here, 3v3, SDO Province, blue team. It's Dark Angel as a Techmarine starts off with a bolt gun, can support with structures and repair, and quite rightly, they are rocking the Dark Angels. I think this is the DLC scheme. Alongside, StoiC as a Plague Champion starts with a damage over time bolt gun, can get melee weapons, some strong utility, and support, can also repair. And it is indeed the DLC scheme with the fancy robes. Rounded off this team, nucka4ya as a Force Commander, very strong offense, fighting in melee combat, can also tank, disrupt, and support. Some good old Blood Ravens. What about these fellas? Night Lords. Red team, a couple of Eldar players. There goes VagrantTable as a Warlock, a melee spellcaster that leaps into combat. Some powerful disruption and support, getting a lot of bolt gun fire to the neck at the moment. Gonna need to run soon. Alongside them, Cluffinator as a Warp Spider Exarch, a teleporting hero fighting in ranged combat by default, great for capping and harassing, some powerful control. The Exarch's elite scheme here. And rounding off the teams is Gatts as a Mekboy, a teleporting hero fighting in ranged combat with a bunch of Orky gadgets, can also repair, and is ducketing some stuff on the east side. Orks mobbing with double shooters and their sluggers. Force Commander veers to the east again. Down some shooter boys. Chainsword says hello. Already killed one. Decent special. Tactical Marines back off. Scouts have had to retreat though. And doesn't have any support here, nucka4ya. Yeah, needs to be careful not to leave the Force Commander in there too long. Sluggers get their burners up, which gives them a couple of power weapons and some Orky fire. Back towards the mid. Heretics Doom Blast and Run, which is the first thing they learn in Heretic College. Plague Champion also runs. Oh, are they going to get away? You alright there, buddy? He's alright. He's alright. Banshees now need to flee. Double CSM, by the way, for StoiC. Techmarine's turn to run now. Warlock can maybe grab the Western VP, which is contested. Banshees trying to finish off the Techmarine, but he's alright. You have Aspect of Strength here for VagrantTable. No aspect yet for Cluffinator. East side. Oh, looks like power was bashed. Not quite decapped though. And a bunch of sluggers died. They did get away. A bunch of shooters died too. Wow. Bunch of reinforcing for Gatts to do. StoiC has a little nibble with some bolt guns as he runs off. 1-to-1 cap. Slight VP lead early for the blue team. Double Tactical Marines for nucka4ya. Solid range the base, that is quite versatile into tier 2 with all their weapon options, but can be shut down by suppression and that kind of thing. So maybe a def gun from the Mekboy. West side. Oh, it's not turning red. Should be capping here. VagrantTable. Maybe they think the Space Marines are closer than they are. They can't see what we can see. We have Guardians. Where's all these buffs coming from? Warp Spider Exarch with heavy gauge, Death Spinner, and improved targeters. 1-to-1 cap still. Everyone flees because Heretics got too close and Doom Blasted everything. Banshees also have to flee. Oh, they were buffed by the War Banner. That's what those yellow buff circles are. Now it's been activated for a longer lasting buff that'll stack with the passive buff. Double shooters have their knob leaders. And big shooters on one of them too. Heretics need to flee. Double CSM with the Tone of War, pumping out some good damage. Banshees getting in there and Sluggers getting in there. Now Sluggers backing off to defend against the double tax and shotgun scouts. Force Commander needs to be careful. Running into some Orky mines. Mekboy chucking them out. So he may see the scout sergeant come in who could spot those kinds of things. Banshees getting in on attacks. Their power weapons, they can slice through the heavy armor quite well. What is this? That's a Warlock cap in. Mastercrafted bolter for the Techmarine. That leaping Warlock. We got shotgun scouts here too. Got suppressed by a high-powered shot, I believe. Big chunk of damage and instant suppression. 2-to-1 cap again for the blue team. Haven't lost a VP off their counter yet. Players starting to think about tier 2s, I think. Dark Angel with Devastators. Oh, in a garrison somewhere. Oh, there they are. Need to shift the heavy bolter around to shoot things, though. Oh, now the Techmarine gets in their bunker. Shuriken cannon for both VagrantTable and Cluffinator. Grenades going in. They do make it out. But there were some deaths. Oh, Banshee's in retreat path. Maybe not. Scouts taken out. And they had shotguns, remember. Looks like the Devastators are alright, though. I wonder what Dark Angel will do now. More tax is what they'll do. Alongside the Mastercrafted Bolter. That's a lot of fire they can bring to bear against those Howling Banshees. We have Chainsword and Storm Shield Force Commander with Defend active here, giving awesome damage resistance against ranged fire. Also buffs the Force Commander himself with passive damage resistance to ranged fire, 20%, and a bit more hit points too. Makes him very tough. Also has Artificer Armor. For added toughness, that's a nasty throw of mines over there. They won't arm for several seconds though. Oh, and the scouts have their sergeant anyway, so they're being spotted there. Which implies that your troops are kind of stepping around them so they won't go off. Although you can shoot them to set them off. Mekboy with a big shooter himself goes down. Good push here from nucka4ya. Good push. Using the defend well, but the Force Commanders run out of hit points eventually, I think. Grenades thrown in odd directions. I thought they were going to chuck it on the Force Commander. Warlock with a weird leap around the corner there. Scouts run, but double taxed it in play, but here come Banshees. And they just run. They knew the Shuriken was setting up, I think, which would have meant they had no chance. Oh! High-powered shot and double tax helping to take out the Shuriken from the rear. Cluffinator down to Guardians. And that is it. I'm not sure what happened to their Howling Banshees. Did I see them go down? Maybe they were on the screen and everything. Yelling my name, I still wouldn't have noticed. 453 to 361. The Shuriken of VagrantTable does make it out. Cluffinator goes tier 2 to try and recover. Now, VagrantTable and Cluffinator need to play defensively and try to hold on to their power. Warlock retreats. Guardians retreats. Devastator's setting up here. In a defensive position, they're not covering the power at the moment. But they can cover these guys as they back away. As they will do now. High-powered shot. It looked like he... There we go. Maybe. It looked like he turned around and did a high-powered shot there, but nothing got suppressed from what I saw. That was weird. Maybe they cancelled it. Their energy still went down, though. Shuriken doing Shuriken things. Good damage at close range. Now Guardians looking for a grenade on the Devastators, or maybe the retreating tax. And they... Well, they threaten the grenade still. Yeah, Devastators can't set up here. 412 to 361. Eldar have... Well, red team have the Western VP. Tax taken out as Shooter Boy. And they promptly run. Dark Angel with a Dreadnought on the way. nucka4ya with Librarian into Devastators. Can use Veil of Time, of course, to really help those guys out. Removing their setup times. There's that Daka big shooter. Is that the same DPS as the Mastercrafted Bolt Gun? It's very slightly less DPS. But a Techmarine can't teleport. Here's a Librarian. Strong melee fighter with support abilities. Dreadnought is up. StoiC gets some Noise Marines. Double Dark Reapers is how Cluffinator is going to attempt to recover here. Zap thrown out by a Weird Boy. Weird Boy very effective against double tactical Marines. Very effective. There's a smite from the Librarian. Sluggers getting in there. Need to get that Knob Leader up on these fellas because they'll be a good threat to the Force Commander. Meanwhile, west side turns blue. Fast capping tax getting it done. We have an Assault Cannon Dreadnought. Massive single target DPS. That guy has to run. And it can do a big old barrage. It also does good courage damage, although I don't think it's enough by itself to suppress anything. But it can help keep things suppressed for longer and that kind of thing. Here comes the barrage. Nasty, nasty thing. Oh, Plague Champion's got melee mode. Plague Sword is up. So is the Armor of Pestilence. And not choice against double Dark Creepers, I think, because he's going to struggle to reach them in melee. Armor of Pestilence slows him down even more. Maybe it's with an eye towards those enemy Howling Banshees, eh? Tank Buster Barrage. Really effective anti-vehicle squad, those fellas. Dreadnought pushing forward. Techmarine has fallen. We have some Stern Guard veterans now for nucka4ya. First Company Marines that can change their ammo to combat all targets. At the moment, they have acid Hellfire rounds loaded in for damage over time against heroes and light infantry, such as these sluggers over here. Defend to negate a bunch of that mine damage, I suppose. And we have Veil of Time on the Devastators. Notice that it didn't need to set up there. It has got to shoot in. Oh, Librarian runs away though. Warp Spider Exarch on a flank with improved targeters and heavy gauge. I don't think I've noticed heavy gauge being used. That's going to make it even more difficult for the Plague Champion to get into melee. Getting stunned. 376 to 289, 2-1 cap for the blue team. Lots of firepower brought to bear against the Force Commander here, but he's got a shield for it. Level 3. Big retreat. Oh, Devastator's almost wiped. Force Commander also runs. West side is uncapped. Dreadnought pushing forward. VagrantTable did get a Bright Lance up, which is an anti-vehicle weapon and goes tier 3. And it's right into a decannon. Gatts also goes tier 3. Cluffinator with a Wraith Lord. Big statement purchase there. It's always risky to get a walker up in, especially in 3v3. I think there's such big investments and so much anti-vehicle can be brought to bear against them so quickly. Plague Champion unable to revive the Techmarine at this time. I'm sure he'll keep trying. On my way, says nucka4ya. They're going to try and revive, I suppose. What is this? Sneaky Scouts power bashing. With grenades and shotguns, they get it done. Lots of stuff in retreat path. I think they'll be alright. Didn't even drop another model, I think. Back towards the west side. Dark Creepers using their pinning fire there to suppress. Stern Guard using their Kraken bolts to shoot the Warlock, now switching to Hellfire to try and shoot the Banshees, but they got suppressed and now they're in melee and they're getting knocked all over the place. And even those Banshee kicks are power melee, by the way. Strong thighs. Took out 2 models in the flash. Now they chase down the Dreadnought with Aspect of Strength Spear and the Wraith Lord with an anti-vehicle Bright Lance shoulder mounted. Might be able to just chase it all the way into the HQ and finish it off. Warlock grabbing the western side. What's over here? Lots of Daka against the Force Commander again. Levels to what? 5? 4. Hey, Plague Champions found a way into melee. And the Weird Boy immediately leaves. Mekboy teleports away, able to get some Daka in though. We have double Mark of Zinch CSM. Try and trade with the heavy infantry Dark Creepers, maybe. Did they get the Dreadnought? They did get the Dreadnought. Wraith Lord got a chunk of XP for that. Now is cracking on a node. Grenade misses. 366 to 257. West side very red. VagrantTable tends to cap it and then immediately rotate mid a bit. Which is not a bad plan. Cap that VP and help out in the mid. Good range on those Dark Creepers, eh? Did they outrange the CSM? Did they have more than 38 range? Looks like they have longer range by my eye. That's D cannon shots going in. Blastmaster Noise Marines. Missing stuff. What's going on over here? The eternal struggle between Force Commander and a bunch of Orks. Now he has a Sacred Standard. It's like a full-on support Force Commander now. Pops to defend. Sluggers coming in. And they are getting torn apart by the Devastators, popping the Vengeance rounds. Warp Vomit, though, just stunned the entire Space Marine army over here. Well, aside from the Force Commander. Very good Warp Vomit. Weird Boy's nuts. And a Nob Squad is up. Can nucka4ya get some Lightning Claw Terminators going? Buffed by their Sacred Standard. We need to wait a bit. Yeah, just need some more requisition, basically. And I don't think they lost that much there to reinforce. The las cannon on this side. Try and keep the Wraith Lord at bay. Looks like it's going back to the west. No aspiring champions for these CSM yet. Oh, we do have a tank though. Mark of Pawn on it for more speed and more damage. Can't say no to that. Trying to get onto the power. Well, they're looking at it. About to have a really bad time if they stand here. And they run. There's that Nob Squad. Elite tier 3 melee infantry. Fearsome foes, especially when they're fully upgraded, which they are not at the moment. They just got meaner and greener though. Librarian at the front of the army. Might get a big 2v2 fight here as these armies converge. Space Marines backing off a bit. Tank Buster Barrage. Trying to get some disruption going. There's some Nurgle worship, which will affect vehicles these days. Some health regen. Did the Plague Champion ever get an accessory? Nope. Orcs looking for a way to go a bit wider and avoid everything getting suppressed by the Devastators, I think. Mekboy runs away. Nob Squad. Oh, Nob Squad backing off. They did not want to go in there. I thought they'd go in there still. Maybe they saw the CSM coming in. Didn't want to do it. An Eldritch Storm trying to get the tank and misses. 361, 185. The west side, though, is turning red. Is that the same Warbanner the whole time? Surely not. Right Lance can't really do much here. Mine's doing some good work though. Nobs pop the Frenzy to break suppression and give a whole bunch of damage resistance, and now they have their Nob Leader. Don't have their hammers yet, but they're now super dangerous with that Nob Leader. Tank getting some decent shots, kills one, and now they run. Mekboy can support them super effectively with Battery Pack and Super Tough Beam. Maybe we'll see some of that. Bad place to be in tank. Noise Marines are wiped. Right Lance and Tank Busters take out the Chaos Spread, and down go the Heretics. StoiC was so close to escaping, but cannot. Down to 2 units all of a sudden. Cluffinator was down to 1 unit at one point, but they had longer to recover than StoiC will. But StoiC's tier 3. They can drop Terminators. They can save up for a great and clean one. There's a lot of stuff they can do. They still have double CSM with the Mark of Tzeentch and level 3s on them. Level 3. It's a lot of damage from those fellas. Fire Prism here for VagrantTable. Long range fire support with some disruption. The cannon is back at base. But they have that west side. They don't seem super interested in like trying to stabilize over there with the 2 Eldar players. Trying to get through the mid, I guess. CSM, I feel like they keep getting caught by pinning fire. And then Banshee's getting in. Then we get a zombie Banshee from the sword. 288, 185, 2-1 for red. starting to get mid-map authority now across the points. Grabbing that central wreck point to get all of the contested ones. Oh, they don't have this power. Warlock trying to stab some scouts. Warlock all the way over on the eastern edge. Oh, we have some Terminators. But they didn't go for claws, knowing that they're up against a Nob squad as well. These guys can suppress with their assault cannon. Better assault cannon that's on the Dreadnought. Warlock runs away. Has Witchblade of Kernus, Cloak of Shadows, and the Warp Throw. That could get the Terminators in trouble. Or the double Marines. Well, Stern Guard and Marines. Predator tank for Dark Angel. Extra armor already in there. And of course the Techmarine can support the vehicles very well with repairs and global repairs. Land Raider Phobos sits the field for StoiC. They still have the red to drop a nuke or Terminators as well. Mid-map looking very red. There's the heavy gauge. Frustrating that Plague Champion. Fire Prism getting very close. There comes the Phobos. It's got las cannons on the side sponsons. Will do some very good anti-infantry, that's very anti-vehicle damage. What is the Predator doing? Taking way too many hits there. Survives. Wraithlord goes down. Is that Blessing of the Omnissiah active? I don't see it on the Phobos. Maybe that's because it's not damaged. Techmarine can now help prepare it. There we go. 216 to 185. Avatar of Cain on the way for Cluffinator. I think the Wraithlord did pretty well. VagrantTable has tons of resources. They don't really have the population to get anything tasty though. Can they get the weird boy? Terminator's teleporting in. Where's the burst? Assault cannon. There we go, they got him. Now he floats around for a while and explodes and generally doesn't hit anything useful. There he goes. Little power bash. Blue team on the front foot now. With the Phobos and a quick kill on that Wraithlord. Avatar coming in. Usually you want an Avatar to support a big infantry army, which Cluffinator doesn't have, at least not yet. I guess they can support VagrantTables, Banshees and stuff. Chaos Predator on the way for StoiC. Big retreat on the east side for nucka4ya. But everything does get away. Oh, power bashing as well from the Orks. Looking for some retreat hits. Crack, crack, crack. Nob squad now have their U jammers. You know, quite a bit bigger than regular hammers. Venerable Dreadnought dropped in by Dark Angel. And there's Blessing of the Omnissiah again. This time it is affecting the Phobos. Look. I'm not sure. Does it just stop? I thought the symbol was always there even when they're fully repaired. Yeah, look, there it is. Maybe if they start... Maybe if they're already fully repaired, you don't get the symbol. It definitely didn't seem to be on the Phobos before. Warp Spider is level 3, and here is the Avatar. Powerful combatant with awesome infantry supporting auras. Banshees would do well to stay near that thing. Venerable Dreadnought, unique to the Techmarine. Big bucket of hit points. Need some repairs though, there we go. Gatts has had enough for the east side. Has flash kits and a Nob squad and some tank busters. He's ready to roll. Avatar of Cain for VagrantTable now as well. It's a nicely poised game. Terminators have dropped a model there. Right, Lance, you alright there, buddy? Right, Lance is alright. Lascannon's getting shots on the Avatar to slow it down. Nob squad taking huge damage as they come in. And they run. Dirge Caster and the Venerable would have messed them up there. Tank busters die. Really bad approach play from Gatts. And then Mekboy falls as well. I wonder if they were distracted by something. 2 avatars up. That should be fun. One of them wants to fight already. The Marco Zinch CSM will be very effective against the avatars. One of them has an aspiring champion too. Tactical Marines are wiped by the avatar's big old sword. Here comes a bunch of Marine support though. Phobos took some big hits. This avatar trying to escape now. Melter gun doing lots of damage too. Avatar has super heavy infantry armor type, like Terminators for example, so Plasma and Inferno and Melter damage is very painful for them. Cluffinator with a Seer Council on the way, more flash kits for Gatts, and that is a Rocks. Big chunks of damage, trying to tank it with Defend, which didn't work out great. I don't know if that just counts as ranged damage. What is this? It's a bunch of Orks. Going for the VP. 175 to 97. Big champion retaking the west side for a double cap. Sneaky scouts grabbing this. I'm not sure if nucka4ya is paying attention though, or they do a shotgun blast, I imagine. They're looking elsewhere. Avatar taking a bunch of damage. Tries to do a wailing doom. The animation is so slow when that thing's getting shot. Took so much damage just doing the animation. 100 VP lead for blue team. Distortion field up here. Level 7 Force Commander getting stuck in. Here's, some sluggers. And a Nob Squad. Can they take out the Phobos? They have the VP there. Red team are going to get a 2-to-1, I think. It might be a brief 2-to-1. They've decided to go for the Chaos Predator, popping their Frenzy. Oh, but they can't finish it. Flash kits with their blasters can't really do much against vehicles. StoiC is floating resources. Could drop some Terminators in. With claws maybe for the Nob Squad and stuff, and the Avatar. Wailing Doom. Some friendly fire, but now they have the Seer Council aura and the Avatar aura. There's not a lot of Eldar infantry to benefit from it. Oh, CSM wiping. Flash kits wipe the others too. Double flash kits with blasters getting done. Just deleted those guys. And StoiC's in trouble, big trouble. Phobos down. Banshee's chasing the tank. What level are these ladies now? Level 3. Venerable Dreadnought says no. Now cracking on the Warlock. What level is the Venerable? Almost level 3. 102 to 74. Warlock does go down. StoiC now needs to recover. Oh, they get another Phobos. Yeah, Orks could do some good work through the mid, I think. Looks like nucka4ya is ready for it, though. With... oh, they got plasma attacks. Good damage against the Nobs. And the flash kits. Flash kits are also heavy infantry. Just get more of them, I say, Gatts. Because nucka4ya has a large infantry army, and they would all get pretty wrecked by flash kit blasters, such as that. Level 3 Stern Guard. Tanking it. Oh, they do have Defend, that's right. Still really bloody painful, though. Where's the Mekboy? He's running. He's running. Boom! 3 Stern Guard deleted over there. StoiC says cap 70 to 74 now. Techmarine's going for a decap as he's shield up. They could just grenade him off it, though, yeah. The shield doesn't give him knockback immunity. That Chaos Predator is still really low. Scouts are repairing the Loyalist Predator tank, or at least they were. They've got a sniper rifle. D-cannon's getting shots on that VP too. Seer Council. Oh, they got some friendly knockback from the Fire Prism. At think they would have killed the Techmarine if that didn't happen. Imperial Abyss chucked in by StoiC. Makes a bunch of Dark Creepers run away. Venerable Dreadnought versus Avatar. Phobos coming in. Can they get the Avatar down? Some Guardians being annoying in the back lines there. Level 4 Guardians. Avatar is going to go down. That was VagrantTables. And we have some Chaos Terminators in. With that demoralization on kill, they just killed those Guardians, I think. In the middle. nucka4ya streaming forward. Flash gets backing off. Force Commander still a beast. Just faking out some grenade throws. As you do. 41 to 67 on the VPs. We got some Commandos coming in. Very versatile squad. Strong anti-infantry and anti-vehicle, and it can disrupt, fast cap, and infiltrate. Sneaky Webway over here. Scouts looking for the decap. There we go. Stern Guard are down to just 2 models. To be very careful of the menacing flash kits. They need to get back out of base though. 41 to 51 on the west side, kicking off. Down goes a Chaos Predator. We do have Lightning Claw, Chaos Terminators. It does hit their hit points. Brings their hit points down, but Lightning Claws are very effective anti-infantry, and they'll tear through the Avatar as well. Taking a lot of damage here though. See Council. Get Emperor's Fisted. Wailing Doom. Oh, it doesn't hit the Plasma Devs. 41-20 single cap. Red team taking a natural back, I think. And the Mekboy trying to decap their natural too. This Avatar's going down. Explodes on death, which does do knockback, I believe. Yeah, it does, look. But I don't think it does damage. Singularity stops the cap. Only 11 VPs for the red team. Mekboy fell over dead. Nob Squad is here though. And a bunch of Daka is here. Nob Squad on capping duty. Can pop their frenzy, I think. Oh, maybe not. Here comes an orbital. That should chuck them clear. And keep that VP blue. Big damage as well. Those Stone Guard should be using Kraken Bolts against the Nob Squad. And against the Flash Kits, actually. There's the 2-1, and I think blue team have it. That was a close game. Dark Angel with a level 7 Techmarine being tossed around at the end. They champion level 7 as well. I mean, I kept making fun of their inability to get into melee, but they got level 7. They must have done a bunch of work. Level 8 Force Commander was very effective, just in a giant blob of blaster fire there. Warlock level 5 and down. Warp Spider Exarch level 5 and a level 3 Mekboy. I feel like the Mekboy could have maybe supported the Nobs more with their war gear, but it is expensive war gear. And they got the flash kits up and stuff, which were fun to see. Eldar is kind of running out of steam, end of the game. The 2 avatars going down. Had some fire prisms at the end though. And that D cannon, of course. Well, there you have it, guys. Thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed this one, and I'll see you next time.